Hey guys, Max the Game Boy here, and it's been a little while since I did my favorite Zelda temples from every game video, and I thought, you know what, let's make it a series. So this next video is going to be some more of my favorite temples from every Zelda game. So without further ado, let's get into it. Starting things off pretty strong with the Palace of the Twilight. Now, Twilight Princess is a powerhouse when it comes to temples. There's quite a few, and they're big, memorable, and packed with monsters that are creepy and gnarly even for the Zelda series, like the skeleton-infested Arbiter's Ground or the cozy Snow Peak Ruins. But the Palace of Twilight tops all of that for me. It's surreal and interesting to finally explore the Twilight Realm, which has been referenced and built up throughout the entire game. You must journey into Twilight monster-infested temples to find souls, the sources of light in the dark Twilight Realm. Then you must travel backwards to the entrance to deliver these orbs of light, while having Zant's hands chase you and attempt to steal back the soul, resetting your progress. In addition to fighting Twilight enemies, escaping Zant's hands, and fighting phantom clone versions of Zant, you eventually fight off against Zant himself. Throughout most of the game, Zant's character is a mystery, so finally getting to fight him and see what his big plans are is both rewarding and enlightening. The entire temple has a very dark and ominous feel, reflecting the Twilight Realm itself and the horrible leadership it's had under Zant, a cruel ruler who has been secretly controlled by Ganon this entire time, merely a puppet in a larger scheme. The Palace of the Twilight both expands the lore of the Legend of Zelda series, while also creating a fun new temple, which is why it's my favorite. Next in line is Wind Waker's Earth Temple. Wind Waker is definitely an underrated haven for exploration in Zelda games, with plenty of side quests to explore, and although it didn't have as many temples as the usual Zelda games, all of them were memorable and fun. Using both Link and Medley, a Rito Sage, the player must navigate the Earth Temple and the dark secrets and challenging puzzles within. The Earth Temple's ambiance and entire feel gives off the idea that this place was once the ancient resting grounds of an ancient people. And of course, the Earth Temple brings back an iteration of the Mirror Shield, used in Majora's Mask and Ocarina of Time. And with it comes a barrage of new enemies you can only defeat with the Mirror Shield, treasure chests to unlock with only the Mirror Shield, and plenty of light-induced puzzles. And of course, the Redeads are back. Nope. The Earth Temple feels like a sacred sanctuary while also being a dangerous tomb with plenty of pests inside. And at the end of the temple, you face a ginormous, massive ghost. You'll need to chuck this pompous Poe into the spiky walls around him in his devilish arena to split him into tons of tiny Poes and finish him that way. The eerie burial ground atmosphere, amazing puzzles, and atmospheric music make the Earth Temple my favorite temple of Wind Waker. Spirit Tracks is both an underrated and very different type of Zelda game. In this Zelda game, you travel all over Hyrule by train, and one of these locations is in the middle of the ocean. Using ocean tracks, you make it to the Ocean Temple, a massive Goliath of a temple waiting to challenge Link. The Ocean Temple boasts an interior looking like the ocean floor, dark and dank, and in this temple you get the whip, which is fun to use as a weapon and utility. So you have to have a whip off and whip the whippers. And in the climax you fight a massive brainy tentacle dude who looks like Krang from TMNT. With a fun boss and fun temple, the Ocean Temple takes the cake for Spirit Tracks' best temple. The Great Bay Temple from Majora's Mask is not very fun. This temple, and I can't stress this enough, I love Majora's Mask, is incredibly unfortunate to go through. Sure, the Water Temple from Ocarina of Time was pretty annoying with all the puzzles, and it was like a underwater maze, but the Great Bay Temple is timed, so you have to do it fast, solve all the puzzles fast, do all the backtracking fast, and swim fast, or else you'll have to start over or lose a lot of progress. This temple also has multiple levels, fast-moving water, and tons of rooms, so it's very, very, very easy to get lost. you can be set back a lot of progress. It's long with tons of not very fun puzzles, timed, and it's just something about water temples, man. In short, it's not very fun, and I dread it whenever I start a new playthrough of Majora's Mask. Thanks for watching, everyone, and I will see you all in the next video.